Hello everyone, this is part 2 of how to create a MLO. Part 1 we went through how to import the exterior, how to edit it, as well as how to make the shell and the collision, and we got it in game and tested it. In part 2 we will be placing all the props, we'll be making frames, windows, and we will be doing dirt. Once part 3 comes out, we will be doing lighting and other necessary stuff. So let's just jump right into it. We start where we left off. We need some props in here. So go ahead, open up Google. In the search area, search up Pleb Master. Enter. Once we're in here, you can either sign in with your Discord or just use it as a guest. We want to open up game data, open up objects, and in here we can search for what we want. For our MLO, it's like a laundry mat. So we would like a washer. So we search wash. Have a little look around. I like this one. So let's take this one as a copy name. Open up RPF Explorer and just search it in here. In here, we take the model, export this here into our tutorial. I just went ahead and made another folder called props where we can import all our props into. So put it in here and put it in. We also want the texture so we can see how it looks. So just open it up, materials, just like last time. Save all materials and into a texture folder inside of the props right here. We also want a table. So we're going to search table. And just looking around, let's see if we can find one we like. Okay. I think we are going to choose this one right here. So we say here, copy name, put it in here, and open it up. Does it look good? It looks so good. Go to materials, save all materials in the texture folder once again, and export this XML file right here. Eventually, you also want some kind of lights. So I'm going to search up light. And we want something for the ceiling. So after looking around, I think we are going to take this one. Once again, paste it in, open it up, looks good. Just save the material so we can see it in Blender, here, and XML, right here. Once we have all of them exported, then we can open up Blender to import them. So we open up Blender. Oh, we open up Blender. In here, we can make a new collection. Let's call this one props, so we have it divided. In this one, we click, and then we can import them. So hold down V, import rich asset, just like last time. And we're going to props, and we want all of them. Once we have them imported inside of Blender, then we can just go ahead, hide the lights and hide the table for now. So we just have the washer left. By clicking on it in the hierarchy, we can move it around, and for the sake, I would like it in the corner here. So I go down to it, and I would like to place it. So I clicked on rotate to rotate it to correct place. Just move it a little more, have a check. Does it look fine? It does. And now I want to show you a trick. So if you duplicate it, and remember to select hierarchy when you duplicate it. So duplicate it, move it to where you want it, and then click Shift R. It will duplicate the action you just did. So we'll just do this, and then just to get them a bit more in the middle, right here, I think. We also want another row, so I'm just gonna place it up here and then merge it, well, like snap it to the ground right here. So now we have our washer placed. And now we would like to place the table. So unhide that. Again, just by clicking up here and then clicking G to move, we can move it to the location we want it. Want this here. Kind of a small table, but it will do. Oh. Sometimes it has hidden legs that you might have to locate. So that looks fine. Oh, my movement is kind of bad right now. And again, I want a few of these tables, so I'm just gonna duplicate it and put it to the side 2 times, I think. And then I want it in the middle. So here I take this point right here and trying to put it in the middle of these two. So right here. There you go. Now, next, we want to place the light. So we take the light. From this, I think it's best to go from above. Turn on X-ray so we can see it. And we can rotate it so we can align it right here. And I think it's like, I will follow this line here. And then just to make it perfect, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put one right here. Now we would like to have it put them up here. So I click G, then the axis. And while holding down Control, I can make it smooth. It's right there. So that's a bit high. So right there. Perfect. Now we pretty much have the props placed. So for now, we can go ahead and hide this so we can make the frames. So for the frames, we start by taking the sides here. So here, 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 here. All of these. Here, here. As well as the door. Oh, and do this by clicking Shift and click on all of them. Now we would like to extrude it into the building. So use your axis again. And I think I'm gonna do point, so 0.05 into the building. And then I would like to also make the frame higher, of course. So I start by taking the top of them all. Here, here. Oh, here, here, here. This I will extrude upwards by 0.1. So it's double as long as the first one. Now, after we've done this, we can take sides. But to start, we'll just take these, put it to the side, 0.1. And do the same for the other side. Right here and here. To the axis, 0.1. I'm just writing this with my keyboard. And then we need it to go down. So down 0.1 minus to go down. And in between these, we can click F, take them to F. But you see, we have all of these like squares. So go ahead, take them one by one. Sides. Here, here, and here. Move it over, as well as this and this, this and this, and this. Move them over. Take the bottom ones, leave the middle ones to last, move them up, and have them auto merge on so they become one. Do the same here. Boom. And now we just have this left. So just go ahead to the different ones and click F, because it's like just continuing. Once we have done this, we wanted to take it to the wall. So by going into edge mode, click one edge, hold down Alt, that's here, and double click on all of them. Oh, hold Shift as well, there and there, and then use extrude into the wall with face on. Once we have done all of this, we would actually like to separate it so we don't have it a part of the shell itself. So go around the edges here and clicking, so we have them selected as well as inside. I do this by clicking Alt, Shift, and then the different parts. This one, here, 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 and here. Once we have everything selected, we can click P and then selection, head into object mode and click it once again. Now we can click Alt and P and clear and keep transform. This one we can rename to frames. And I'm just gonna clear all the materials because we want a new one on them. Just gonna wait. Once this is done, we would now like the floor frames. So we start by, in the original frame, take the edges of the door, just move it up by 0.1, the same distance as you have this right here. Now, after doing that, we want to head into the shell, select the floor, not the wall, and for this, not the door. Then we can duplicate it by Shift D. Use the axis to take it up to our new face here with vertex on. And then we can click P and selection. And then after separating it, we want to put it into the other frames. So we take this one as the first selection, shift click the frames and click Control J to combine them. After doing this, we can just hide the shell, so we have just this on. And now select the floor right here, all of this here, And from a top view, this is kind of important in a way. If you zoom into one corner, I like to do it on the door because that's where it like combines. We zoom all the way in, we click I, and then we take it inwards until it like follows the line in a way. So right there. Now, once we have the inside selected, we can extrude the inside to the bottom here. So click E and then the axis to the bottom. And then we can remove the inside. So by clicking X to delete and then the faces. Once we have this, we want to remove the door, of course. So we can remove this part here. Then we can take this of the frame, move it here. That is already selected. Amazing. Over here, we take this one. Over here. That's perfect. And that's perfect. And then we just remove the textures and make a new one. This we of course want a texture on. So we can take the for this sake, I'm gonna use a spec because I don't have a normal map for the texture I'm using. So I'm just gonna use spec, convert, and then I'm gonna give it a texture that I have provided inside of the tutorial folder. Puts one here, as well as the spec one. Click back. Now we can give it a texture. For this sake, I'm gonna use normal because I don't have a spec map actually. So just click normal, convert to selected. That makes all of this into a normal. So we have the color and the bump map, normal map. And I'm gonna use the colors as provided in the texture folder I have given you. So interior, part 2 textures, so the color of the wood, and here on this one. There we go, just embed both of them. Now we of course don't want it like this. We would like to give it a proper texture actually. So just go ahead, click A, select it all, UV unwrap it to cube. This might look really like it's a lot, but don't worry, we will fix that. So if you head down to 1, deselect by holding down Shift, click it, click it and click it again until you get like this wide one. After this, click U and then follow active quads. This will make all the bottom ones follow this one. Do the same with the top ones. Follow active and follow active. You might see that we are getting these weird stuff here. That's actually because of the middle. So what I'm gonna do now is just I'm gonna separate it by clicking Y on them both. Oh, Y. And then I'm gonna do it all again with this. Not the floor, only the frames up here. So follow and follow. These ones I'm gonna do it here. So follow and follow. The last ones don't matter that much unless you want to be a perfectionist. Then we can, because it shouldn't be like this again, we want to make it perfect in a way. So rotate it 90 degrees and then scale it up. Now you can see it all follows along. Then there might be places where you have to do it manually, like here. So just R and 90, move that. That's actually the ones that are messed up. Okay, so I will just UV project these again. UV, as well as this one, I assume. So UV unwrap. And these I can scale up. There you go. So no, like it almost fits. And do we have any other? We have these as well. So just go on these. UV wrap that. Follow. And up here is also. So cube and on this one, follow quads. Let's use it both. It should go like here and then go. Do we have any more places? So I'm just gonna check all the areas. This one is also a little bit. That's because it's looking like this. So just once again, like that, and a little scale. Yeah. And I think that's it. So once you are inside here, unhide the shell. Most buildings also have shells up above. So we can, in edit mode on the frames again, take the bottom here and deselect this. You can make it duplicate and put it up to the top. Now I would like to show you how you can rotate something in a way, but like mirror it more. So click Control M and then use the axis to get the correct one you would like. So this is the one I like. Turn it directly upside down. Then I want to combine these two. So select these here and bridge. There you go. And then we can go individually and dissolve the lines. There we go. Now we have frames up and down. And just to make sure that our faces are the correct side, turn on face orientation, and all the places where it's red, we would like to move it. So all the top ones are red, so Alt N, faces. All of this is red. All of this. And all of this is red. Now we can check, looks fine. There you go. And we can head out of it again. Once the base of the frames are done, we would like to convert it into a drawable. However, for these ones, we can just bake the, like we can embed the collisions. So open the Solums tool, Solums, and head into drawable, create drawable, and auto embed. Turn that one on. And then in the viewport, hold on V and convert to drawable. There we go. Now we can close down the drawable, open up collision, and search for wood here. Before converting, open up frames, hide the model up until you see the material view, and then convert. There you go. So it should change the color. Once that is done, we can just get it back, and frames we can export. So export right here. hide that for a second. What we can do now is we would like to add some dirt to our mesh. So do a copy of the shell, copy, right click so it gets in the same place. Do open it up, hide the top one, and then in edit mode, we want to go wall by wall. So start by this wall. We want it a little bit in. So G and then the axis which takes it inwards. 0.025. That's too much. So 0.025 and in. Do this with the back wall as well. Get this one by clicking C to get it in. So 0.0025 minus the check. This one is in. Here. 0.0025 inwards. The frames we can just remove because that's not that big of a deal. So just remove them. Now we take this. Right here. Move this in 0.0025 inwards. Now we do the same with the roof. 0.0025 here on the bottom. 0.0025. There you go. Once we have done this, we can just remove all but one texture. Actually, just remove them all, and we make a new one. Now we would like to make what's called a decal. So right here, convert, and we will use the one I have put into the texture folder again. It's this one. This looks really really dirty, and in this view, it looks even dirtier. Like, look at this. Oi, oi, oi. We can fix this by inside of the data, head down to color. Go ahead and remove that. Add it again. Make it color 1. Face and byte. And RGB. In here, we would like to give it a brown color. And the brown is actually 0.165. That's the one I usually use. 0.042 and 0.042. That's a nice brown. Put that one on, but it's not quite there yet. So put it in edit mode, select everything, and head into vertex paint. In here, we would like to add an alpha, so we can make it like darker, and then put the strength to 0.85. Vertex. Oh, erase alpha. There you go. So you see, it almost becomes invisible. So we can just check it now. What do we think? I think this is fine. So the change, that's a little bit. We could maybe even add a bit more dirt. So again, inside of vertex paint, we can just add, so this time we want to add 0.25 maybe. Just them all. What do we think now? Yeah, I think that's good. That's good. That's a good amount of dirt on everyone. So that's done. Once we have made dirt, we can do windows. So for the windows, we would like to be on the outside. Let's hide the dirt for now. Put it back on this one. There we go. We can open it up in edit mode. We can then make a loop cut in all of the windows. And we can turn on correct face attributes. Here, 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 and here. Because by turning this one on, we can actually move it around without editing the mesh. So just move it with the axis closer. So like there. That's amazing. So we can just put here, 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 this one, and this one, this one, and this one, because we also want to be able to see glass from inside as well as outside. And there. And select them all. Here, 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 and here. And we can give it a glass. I'll just show you. So click plus, make it a new one, sign it. Then we want glass E and V. Like go. And then we can use the glass I provided. So open it up here. That's this one. And the bump and spec map for this glass is actually the same one. So that's the glass one here. Oh, and the same here. Just put all of them on embedded. Can UV unwrap. Just scale a little right there. And then if we check here, it's a bit off, so we can take it right here. We want them all on the same. There you go. Then I want them to follow. There you go. See, that looks amazing. Same as before, we are just going to check if the face orientation is correct. So we want blue. If you don't have that function, then you don't want red, basically. Flip these. On the inside, it's good, right? Yeah, it's good. There you go. And here, just to double check. Yeah, that's so fun. Now that we have made this, we of course also want to add it to the collision. So we can like either break it or make it like so you cannot shoot it. So just select it all the glass, make it duplicate, selection. We want to hide the original, unhide the collision. Here. We want to combine it. It's right here. Oh, I made a small test before. We take all the glass and we select it all. Open up the collision material again. Search for glass. I like to have glass shoot through or bulletproof. You can do both, but I'm gonna use shoot through. So convert. There we go. And then we can export the collision again. We can just gonna double check if we embed it. We did. So export that. and we can't export this really soon. So that's here, and the glass. If we don't separate the glass, it might get like a weird triangle. So just go ahead, separate the glass, and separate the two glass pieces from each other as well. Separate here. There you go. Now we can export the shell. Once we have exported everything, but the white type, because we haven't added the props to the white type yet, we can click N, so unhide the frames for a second. The frames we add to as base, and we want to add it to the shell as well. So add object, add it to room number 1, because this is the room number 1. Unhide the props and just select them all and add and room number 1. There we go. We are pretty much done now with this, and we can go in game and have a check. So before we can check, we have to re-export the white type. So export. And after opening RPF, I am going to import all the files from right here. So from the exported folder here, and I'm going to put these into the stream folder. So right in here, replace, yes. Now we can open up CodeWalker. Click T to open the toolbar. Open folder. And we can open the stream folder we have. We can head to it to have a check. Does everything look fine? So this looks fine. Now we can export this. Or not export. We can make the manifest. Sorry. So save the manifest. Same folder, stream folder. Replace. Yes, I want to replace it because we edited the white type. Now we can hop in game and we can have a check. Okay, everyone, we are in game now and we can have a look if it worked. So teleport to your map and just go ahead and enter it. So it worked perfectly. This one I might actually want to change the vertex color a little bit of the interior, but yeah, that's how to place props, how to do dirt, and how to do frames. If you want to, you can also have a check on the windows. So I'm just going to spawn a gun, and you see it actually shoots through. So this one you can shoot through because we gave it that flag. So yeah, that's it for this video. And the next one we will be doing lighting, and we will be doing time cycles, and a bit more maybe. That's a spoiler. Okay, have a nice one, everyone, and see you in the next one.